we just decided to get over that right horn and just try to stay out over him. And then that's the problem, always trying to get over there, not being throwed off in there. But
when you think of bull riding legends, one name stands above the rest: Lane Frost. But being a legend comes at a cost. From bone-crushing landings to flips that defy gravity, today we're counting down the most jaw-dropping wrecks from Lane Frost's unforgettable career. You might think you've seen it all, but trust me, you haven't seen it like this. These wrecks will have you wincing, gasping, and maybe even cheering for the cowboy who always got back up. If you love bull riding, adrenaline, and stories of true grit, hit that subscribe button right now. We've got more wild rides, wild wrecks, and legendary riders just like this coming your way.
Lane Frost is the man against the beast who officially retired last year unridden. In 8 years, he threw 309 consecutive riders.
Before we get into the action, let's talk about the man behind the myth. Lane Frost. Born in 1963, he didn't just ride bulls, he mastered them. He was a legend whose legacy still inspires generations. From an early age, he was enamored with the excitement of bull riding, a passion that would shape his life. Despite the inherent perils of the sport, Lane's resolve to excel was unwavering, driven by a deep passion for the rodeo arena. Frost began riding dairy cabs around the age of 5 or 6. When he was 10, he earned his first rodeo prizes at the Little Buckaroo Rodeos in the Winter Basin, placing first in bareback, second in calf roping, and third in the bull riding, which was actually a calf riding event. Lane had already established himself on the juvenile rodeo circuit by the time he was a teenager, demonstrating a rare combination of talent and persistence. However, as Lane Frost entered adulthood, his passion for bull riding only intensified in the early 1980s. He began competing on the professional rodeo circuit, moving from one small-town rodeo to the next in pursuit of his aspirations, despite multiple setbacks and injuries. Lane remained undeterred, motivated by an unshakable trust in his own ability. It wasn't long before Lane's brilliance drew the attention of spectators and fellow riders alike, and he quickly rose to the top of the sports star list.
Really back against there. Tough is still on his feet. You can see that. Miles Hare over the top of him. Miles Hare was...
By 24, he was a world champion, known for his smooth style and fearless attitude. But even the best riders hit the dirt. And when Lane hit it, he hit it hard. Today, we honor his courage, his legacy, and those moments that had crowds gasping. The twist and toss. Coming in at number 5, we've got the infamous twist and toss. It's 1987, and Lane's going head-to-head with a bull known for his unpredictable spins. Watch closely here. See that sharp turn? That's where it all goes wrong. Lane loses his balance and wham! He's launched like a slingshot, flipping through the air before slamming into the ground, shoulder first. Crowd goes silent, but Lane gets up, dusts himself off, and walks out like he just finished a Sunday stroll.
feels great. Waited a long time for it.
And we're very proud of you. Lane Frost, the 1987 World.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a human Frisbee, Lane just gave you the play-by-play. At number 4, we've got the backbreaker at the finals. The year is 1988, and Lane's chasing glory at the National Finals Rodeo. But sometimes the bull has other plans. Watch this moment right here. The bull bucks high, Lane's feet go flying, and bam! Back first onto the bull's massive frame. You can feel that impact through the screen. That's the heart of a champion right there. No complaints, no excuses, just grit. Hey, if you're still watching, you've already seen 2 wild wrecks. And trust me, it only gets crazier from here. If you want more of this kind of action, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss the next story, because these legendary rides are only getting more intense from here. The Slam at Cheyenne. It's one of Lane's most famous wrecks, and once you see it, you'll know why. This bull bucks Lane up and over, and for a second he's flying, but gravity always wins. He slams into the arena wall so hard it echoes through the stands. You can see him roll over, holding his ribs. People thought he'd be out for weeks, but not Lane. The very next day, he was back in the arena, ready for the next ride. They say rodeo cowboys are tough, but Lane Frost, he was built different.
Here he is. Let's see if he can make the whistle. Lane Frost. Looking good. Tapped off good.
Number 2 will have you holding your breath. It's the Spiral at Houston. This bull had a spin like no other, and it only took one misstep to turn everything upside down. Watch this. Lane's foot gets caught in the rope for half a second too long, and suddenly he's being dragged across the arena like a rag doll. Dirt flying, crowd gasping, and finally he breaks free. Silence. But then, like clockwork, Lane's on his feet, arms up, letting the crowd know, I'm good. Moments like this remind us why people loved him so much.
$1,000 up on the ride. It is the challenge of champions. Come on, little man.
The Last Ride. At number 1, it's a moment no one will ever forget. The Last Ride of Lane Frost. Cheyenne Frontier Days, 1989. Lane's on a bull named Taking Care of Business. The ride is picture perfect. Smooth form, tight grip, everything's going right. But as he dismounts, tragedy strikes. The bull turns suddenly, catching Lane in the side with its horn. Lane gets up. He takes a few steps, and then he collapses. The world of bull riding stopped that day. Fans, riders, and even bulls themselves seemed to pause in shock. That wreck wasn't just a fall. It was a loss that rocked the entire sport. But even in that moment, Lane Frost became more than a rider. He became a legend. His name lives on in every cowboy who gets on the back of a bull, chasing that same 8-second dream.
The bull turned around and saw him and decided to run over him, but as he put his horn up, he kind of laid his horn on Lane's back, and he stumbled at the same time, and all his weight was right on the end of that one horn.
That's it for today's countdown of Lane Frost's top wrecks. If this video moved you or brought back memories of the golden days of rodeo, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We've got more stories of legendary riders, unforgettable wrecks, and heart-pounding moments coming your way. Lane's legacy isn't just about the falls. It's about the fight to get back up, time and time again. He showed us all that true courage isn't in avoiding pain, but in facing it head-on with grace and determination.
I think he's going to fit Tough. Here he comes around right there. Come on, Tough, make a qualified ride. He's up, look out. Uh-oh, now.
Until next time, stay strong, stay safe, and as Lane would say, always get back up.